Hello everyone, hope you guys are all having a really good day. This is my newest video starting from Thatch. I just wanted to start off the video by giving a shout out to my buddy Andrew. He's just starting out on Ark and I think he's liking it so far, and he actually inspired me to make this video. I have been playing Ark for a little while. I don't profess to be any kind of an expert at it or anything, but I do like it, and I've realized that I kind of like making videos. And one of the things that I also kind of like about it now is starting new characters. I've had to do that a few times, and just starting from Thatch. So that's what we're going to do today. So anybody else that is new to the game, in order to play in single player and just kind of try out the game, what you want to select is host local, and from here you've actually got a few options. From here you can go down and you can play, well, I mean, there's a lot of game options as well, but as far as like modes of play, you can play single player, or which is just you and the world. Things don't continue to run, like when you hit pause and things like that. You can host non-dedicated multiplayer session, so in a way you become a server for other people. You are tethered to those people, or rather they are tethered to you if you're the server. So if you get too far away from them, you just kind of get rubber banded back to them, that kind of stuff. And then if you're hardcore, like myself and the members of my tribe, you host a dedicated server. So we went out and got our own. We have our own server, but that's a different video. Anyways, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am starting a player on the center. I already have a single player on the Ark or the island. So I don't really want to mess that one up, but I don't have one on this machine yet for the center, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Start this up, the loading screen. I love the little sayings that they have at the bottom here, and with this farming takes a long time, it gives long-term results. Totally true. Totally true. Farming is really good. Some would say that it's clutch. Well, anyways, yeah, so what I'm going to do is, like, the first option it's going to give you is to create a character. You can be male or female. You can adjust different things about your character, obviously. I'm going to randomize to see what it comes up with. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and yeah, we're going to go with Bob. That sounds good as well. I don't really care about this survivor. This is just for the purpose of, of starting from Thatch. I'll probably just end up doing away with this character eventually. Those of you that are still new to the game, I would advise that if you're starting on an official server, or you're joining up on a dedicated server like ours, or if you're just really into single player and you know that you're going to be going the distance with it and putting a lot of effort into it, think carefully about your survivor. You don't want to have any regrets, because you cannot really change them later. So at least not as far as I know anyway. So we're going to go ahead and create the new survivor, but I forgot to spawn in a desirable region, so we're gonna see where I ended up at. Oh, this is not really the greatest spot for me. Sorry guys, kind of messed this up already, but that's okay. We can quickly rectify this. So if you find that you have done what I just did, didn't really select a spawning location, this is way up in the north in the lava region. There is, as you can see, there's raptors up there. It's a pretty harsh climate. It's super hot. I am actually, if you can see the little icon down in the left-hand corner of my screen there, I'm dangerously warm. I will eventually start losing health when that icon changes to something else. So I'm not really all that close to anything that I can use for safety. The resources are bad here. It's just all around, it's not a good situation. I've just started out. I don't have any resources or anything, obviously, so I am just going to go ahead and kill myself. in the river of lava. Okay, so now where you are probably going to want to spawn on the center is Tropical Island South. Right there, yeah. See that nice looking. I feel like I recognize that shape from somewhere, but I still can't place it. So this is where most players will start out on the center is Tropical Island South. It's because there are less predators like the Rex that we saw just now, the raptors, so on and so forth. And plus the climate is very mild. It's easy to survive in initially. You can survive where I just was, but this video is more about time saving than it is about trying to do something that's really hard. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do once you spawn in Tropical Island South or somewhere anywhere really down in the south, there's other southern regions that you can spawn in and you would probably be just fine. This one is just one that I happen to like. The first thing that you want to do when you arrive and you're born into the Ark is have a look around at all the wild dinos that you're surrounded by. Right now we are surrounded mostly by friends. The ones flying here that kind of look like, I don't know, like seagulls or pelicans, sort of. I can't remember what they're called. They're kind of new. They're a bit of a pain in the butt. They steal your meat. They're not really your friend. These guys here, they're dimorphodons. Eventually, they are a really cool tame to eventually have. They will not attack you unless you attack them. And if you do attack them, I suggest you run because they're not very nice. So looking around here, we don't really see any major predators, carnivores. We don't see any Rexes, which you do find them periodically on this island. We would be looking for Rexes, Raptors, which are also here from time to time. Theriznosaurus. They are another one that's if you leave them alone, you're fine, but if you accidentally attack them, they are not going to be your friend. They will mess you up pretty bad in short order. I know I'm forgetting some, but I mean it's obvious. And then there's the smaller ones like the Dilophosaurus. A lot of people call them Dilos. The compies. Oh, I actually just got hit by a Dilophosaur. Okay, let's see if we can deal with this fool. At first you really are only able to punch. If they're, I'm not sure what, I think he was only a level 5. It looks like he's kind of buggered off there. They shoot poison at you, as you just saw, and they will kind of, like, I mean, you obviously don't get paralyzed, but you slow down a bit, your vision's impaired, and they can very easily attack you while you're trying to get away or trying to fight them or whatever. So right now, the main focus should be, like, now that we've kind of had a good look around, we don't see any major carnivores, predators. Like I said, just the smaller ones that are kind of hidden in the grass are like the Dilophosaurus, the compies. They are really small, but in large numbers can actually be quite deadly. So now that we've established that, it's time to start picking berries. If you're feeling adventurous, you can be picking berries at the same time. I just advise that, at first you kind of secure a bit of a perimeter and whatnot. So what we're doing now is just picking berries and fiber from the bushes. We need the fiber in order to make clothing because right now the temperature's good. We're not getting any kind of a hot or cold symbol in the lower left-hand corner. But eventually when nighttime comes around or when it starts raining or something, you could get cold. It's only really necessary to wear cloth on this island, and that isn't even really necessary either. It's just a good habit to kind of start getting into. So, and also, in picking the berries, I am giving myself food. At first, meat is not exactly the easiest thing to come by. So I'm just going to start loading all of these things into the hotbar. Do not eat the narco berries, the black ones. They will knock you out. The Mito berries, as far as I know, they're safe to eat. They just don't taste very good. I don't know if that actually matters. The stim berries you can eat. They will give you some food back in your food bar, but they will also dehydrate you. So be careful in eating those. But the tinto berries, the azle berries, and the amar berries, so yellow, blue, and red, they can all be eaten without any sort of adverse effects. I just load them into my hotbar for now because I don't really have any tools or anything. It's getting to a point where I've got almost 200 of the fiber there, so I should be able to learn the engram for clothing. And I cannot yet because I'm not a high enough level. So I'm just going to keep, actually I've got level up available. I forgot that you need to use your level ups in order to gain the engram, well, get the engram points and gain the ability to learn certain things. So at first, because dying sucks and you need to do a lot of like kind of running away, I usually up a little bit of health. And then we'll start leveling up a bit of weight eventually and some stamina. I'm now realizing that this video I may need to make this a two-part. I thought I could maybe get this done in half an hour, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. I mean, and there's always, if you get impatient with things, if you go back to the startup screen that I was on there are so many options for boosting things and so on and so forth. We do it on our server all the time. So I'm getting pretty close to a level up. Yeah, see, it's telling me that I'm getting cold. So while I'm working on getting enough resources for my clothing, I'm going to start beating the crap out of this wood here, getting some thatch and wood, unfortunately with my fist, which does do a little bit of health damage, but it's kind of a necessary thing to do at first until you get the proper tools. You can get the stone, which you will also need for building tools just by picking it up off the beach. It's a good idea to stay close to the beach. You will find that the further into the forest that you go, the more predators you'll run into, carnivores, things like that. Eventually, one's going to probably come wandering along pretty soon here that we can get a shot of. So now I need some more experience. Need to build a pickaxe, which actually you can build that right away at level 1. So sorry, still getting used to the new inventory. Okay, so we've already actually got that learned. So let's just make one of these, and you notice that as long as you've got the there's an option up here for toggle tooltips. As long as you've got that turned on, whenever you hold your box over the engram that you want to make, it will show you what you've got and what you need to make it. There's another Dilophosaurus over there. I'm gonna avoid him for now, and I see he's got a friend off there as well. Actually, you kind of get an eye for spotting these things. Oh, right on, another level up. That's good. Okay, let's see here. Which I usually keep this right here, I believe. Yeah, I think so. All right, now we can really start hacking away at things, get some real resources happening here. So start off naked and afraid. Start building tools. And oh yeah, right. You need to gather some flint from the stone nodes that you find around. Let's get a little bit of that, just enough to get us rolling. Torches are good not only for seeing, but also for heat. As you can see in the bottom of my screen there, I've got a little snowflake kind of thing happening. That means that I'm getting cold. It doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily take away from my health really just yet. It's just kind of giving me a warning that I'm going to need to find some warmth, find some clothes, whatever it is that, or both if that's necessary. Okay, I'm going to throw the torch in there so now I can bring the torch out for heat and the snowflake goes away. Now it probably, or did it already go away actually? Oh, there it is again. Yeah, all right. So now the clothing, I give myself the level up. I'm going to go do a little bit of stamina, I think, or maybe some fortitude. Actually, fortitude's a really important one to level up. I actually probably shouldn't have done that. It's just a habit, not for the sake of this video, but anyway, it is a good thing to keep in mind while you're leveling up. Fortitude allows you to adapt to more adverse climates easily. So, right, that's right. We need to learn the engrams for some clothing. So, we'll do that and that. We'll just do the hat for now. Not going to be able to do the boots or the gloves because they require hide, and I need to start killing things for that. So, let's make some clothing. I don't know why I keep getting out of the inventory. Okay. Alright, so you can just double tap to equip these things. My guy is kind of weird looking. Yeah. Okay. I've got the flint as well, so now we can make a hatchet. So with the hatchet and the pickaxe, what you will find is that specifically on trees, you will get a lot more thatch than wood with the pickaxe. If you use the hatchet, which, oh, I didn't make one. Okay. If you use the hatchet, you'll find you get more wood than thatch. So that can really help you out. Okay, I think it's this one that I usually have in, right? Yeah. Yeah, see, a lot more wood, barely any thatch. And the same goes for the stone nodes as well. You will find that you get more flint if you're using the pickaxe on a stone node. If you're using the axe, you find that you'll get more stone. You will still get a little bit of both, as it was with the tree. Even though I didn't allow it to happen, you just, yeah, it's just proportionate. So what have we got? I've got the torch. I've got some tools. Gonna need a fire as well. So I know that requires a fair bit of stone. I don't think I have the engram for that yet. Actually, what have I got for points? Oh, okay. Getting a little bit limited. You have to be careful with that. In the beginning, mining is, or harvesting resources, specifically the ones that you have to actually hack up, like the stone, like the wood. It's a really good way to get experience if you're not feeling brave enough to kill anything yet. I am probably going to go out and do that soon. I just want to get a fire ready somewhere. And actually, once you are ready to build a fire, then you know that you should probably start looking for your base, even if it's just kind of a temporary location for now. Like the main objective will be to eventually choose a piece of land that is advantageous for whatever it is that you want to do with the game. If you're mostly going to be like PvP and raiding and things like that, then you're probably not going to really care where your base is for the most part, as long as it's maybe if it's close here, if you like if you like hitting the newbies. Oh, what do we got going on there? Looks like a Rex or a Carno. I wish I had a spyglass. So that's not somewhere that we want to be at the moment. Actually, where's a good spot around here? I think I know where to go. Just gotta make sure that I can get there. So when you're running around, you are consuming more resources. You will become dehydrated faster. You will lose, your food bar will drop faster, just as it would in real life. So bear that in mind. While you're running, you will need to eat some food to recover the energy spent. I just need to stop for 1 second here. Okay, yeah. Watch out for the bugs, like the one that I just passed. They are not your friend. We'll find that out in short order. And another level up. Right on. You level up pretty quickly at first. It's nice. Okay. What you want to do initially is find a spot kind of tucked away against like a rock face. At least this is how I do it anyways. Probably not near a gang of raptors. That's less than ideal for sure. So maybe if we can find something up a little bit higher, perhaps. Flat ground is obviously preferable as well for placing foundations. Am I getting, oh yeah, I'm being aggroed by something. So aggro music is your friend. Even though I couldn't see anything, I heard that something was about to start attacking me, and it was a raptor. So, oh, sorry, a Troodon. Many Troodons. Huh. Yeah, kind of forgot about those dudes. Alright, so unfortunately that means that I have died, and I'm going to need to start again. Respawn a random location because I was not able to make a bed or even a sleeping bag. Sleeping bags are a one-time use respawn, and the beds are permanent until they are destroyed. So that's actually kind of okay. Where did I spawn this time? Oh, okay, yeah, I see where I am. All right, let's see here. How are we doing? I think that I might be running a little bit short on time here, so I think what I'm probably going to do is just find a spot, have a quick look at the length of the video here, and see if I can keep going. Yeah, this is actually kind of a rough spot of the island here. I should not be here. Okay. So a very important thing while you're starting out is watching your stamina, giving yourself the ability to run for long distances if you need to get away. I can't remember if those iguanodons are friendly or not. Okay, let's see if I can find... See this? Yeah, this is a great spot for a base. This is perfect, except for that raptor. So let's see if we can just kind of sneak along here. Hopefully we will go unnoticed. I don't know why I keep saying we. Alright. What do we got there? Oh, okay. A couple of raptors chasing a Phiomia. That's good. Better that thing than me. Okay, and what do we got there? We got Dilos. And getting out of here. Yeah, more aggro music. Like I said, it's a great thing. There's been so many times when I would have never known that I was being attacked if not for that music. So one thing that you will find is that you can hang around friendly dinos like the trike. Well, at least until you, like, if I try to attack them, they will destroy me. And oh, this is perfect. This is a great location. You can hang around them kind of for a little bit of safety. They yeah, they provide a bit of protection, because usually if you are getting aggroed by something, you can usually lead them off onto trike or something else large like a Bronto or whatever. Like I've many times I've escaped a Carno or a Raptor or a Rex or an Aloe, actually an Aloe definitely, from running through the legs of a Bronto. Yeah, helps a lot. Anyway, I am going to stop here for a moment, end the video, and then start again with part 2.